Okay, Airsoft, this is the MTW 308 DMR replica. It is awesome. Let's start at the front. I've got a faux suppressor on here. It really helps to reduce the sound signature that it makes, since all the sound's mostly coming out from the tip where the gases escape, because this is HPA. I've got a little Magpul bipod right here, which works real nice if you're laying prone. Got my Runcam 4K here, battery pack as well, so if the batteries run out I can keep it going. Under all this there is a rail system. This is a Picatinny rail that goes on the M-LOK, and the rest of it's M-LOK all the way around the fore end. Now you can see it's kind of a mess because I've got all this camouflage grid pattern stuff on it just to try to reduce the amount of glare that comes off of me, because I usually am dressed up as a ghillie. And then I've got tape over here just because it was the easiest way. When I have time, I'll probably paint it. I wanted to make sure everything was good and I liked it and all that. When I first got this, it was shooting erratically when I was trying to hop anything above 0.3s basically. And I usually do 0.4s or 0.43s. And when you adjusted the air pressure to get me at that 450 feet per second range that's allowed for DMRs at my range, they were just, sometimes it would shoot doubles, sometimes it would overhop, then underhop, then overhop, then underhop. This is a pretty well-known issue, at least when these first came out. And I tried a couple different things. I have parts to R-hop it if I want to do that later, but what I ended up doing was putting a 4-quad bucking on there, and that helped, but it still wasn't really fixing the issue. So I contacted MTW about it, and finally they sent me a replacement hop unit or hop chamber, and it looks identical to the original one that's polymer, but it's not. Apparently they fixed something in it, and then they gave me a 70-degree Mapleleaf bucking and said, hey, install this. And I installed it, and what do you know, all of a sudden everything's working. I'm doing 0.4s and 0.3s. I've got it maxed out on the FPS, and it is shooting consistently all of a sudden. So I don't know what was wrong in those initial hop-up unit chambers, but even right now it's got a polymer one in there that MTW sent me, and everything is just shooting fine, as you'll see in the video. The blue sign that you'll see there is about 50 yards away, measured with the laser rangefinder. MTW 308 with 0.4 BBs. Pretty easy. The trash can right here, we're going to try to get a view of it. That's about 80 yards away. I might move farther back to 100. We're just going to have to see. Here we go. So let's keep on going. I already told you about the battery pack. They do sell third-party magazines, though I now know that they have even newer magazines that have the chamber or what the magazine empty indicator, where it won't shoot when you run out of BBs in the magazine. These ones do not, because I got it right when it came out. I just haven't made a video about it because I was still testing things out. But I know you can now buy the magazines that come with the ability to tell, so the gun knows when the magazine's empty and it won't shoot, or it won't fire. Okay, I did have to put this rail riser here for this. This is not a red dot, this scope. It's a 5X scope by Monstrum. They're pretty cheap, but they work really great for airsoft. It has you gotta be relatively close, but as long as you have a good cheek weld and stuff, you can hold that eye relief. It's not very forgiving. It's not an ACOG, but it's enough for me. Anyways, the rail riser I put on because usually when I'm playing, even though I'm ghillied up, I do wear this mask, the dye, and it works really well for me. It's camouflaged already. It hides. I have a really deep Cobra hood, and so it hides in there. But because of this, I can't get a cheek weld down real low, so I had to raise the scope up to use it. And it works great for me. I've got the Wraith X system on the back, so I don't have to hardline into a HPA tank on my back or in a backpack or something like that. So I've got 2 of these, so if I run out, but honestly, the last game I played, I didn't even go through one, because as a DMR roll, you're just not shooting as much as if you're doing an M4 on full auto. In fact, this can't even do full auto. It's just fire and safe. I shouldn't say that. It can do full auto if you replace the selector switch. It will, and you can program it as well to shoot, I think, burst and also auto. But if you're keeping with the DMR roll and you're only supposed to have semi-automatic on your range, that's what you do. And then I also have the battery grip here, which is really nice, actually. It's just has a switch on the bottom to turn it on and off. So there's no more charging batteries. This has what, like the 123As, or I'll write it up there. I can't remember what they're called, but it has little batteries in there, and it lasts a really long time so far. This thing, now that the hop-up chamber and bucking have been fixed, is actually shooting like a dream. I took it out over 100 yards, just like my sniper. So this is basically your sniper, a little less FPS, a little less PSI that you can put in there. But for a DMR roll, when you've got those semi-automatic shots and you don't have to rack the bolt each time, it definitely has its place on the field. I really like it, and I'm gonna hope to get some more game footage